Good evening all. Welcome to this small presentation on responsible fishing for market access. The term responsible fishing became most important when FAO came up with the Code of Conduct for Responsible Fisheries in 1995. India also is a signatory in it. It clearly indicates the right to do fishing comes with the responsibility to do it in a responsible manner. Looking into the marine production in India for the last 13 years, we see that we are getting almost 3.4, 3.5 million metric ton out of 5.31 million metric ton potential. That also clearly indicates we have to strictly adhere to responsible practices towards getting more fish for domestic as well as export market. Looking into the legal frameworks in fisheries in India, we have many acts, many policies, many laws. But mainly, since fisheries is a state subject, we have MFR Act, which are the measures to control the fishing, for the fisheries resource conservation, and to ensure the safety of the fisheries. The trade issues we face, mainly we discuss, as Chairman also said in the morning, we have a ban on wild caught shrimp import to US. Because of that, we are not certified under Section 609 of US public law, which we need the turtle exclusion devices in our trout codex. NETFISH-MPEDA did a pioneer attempt. The CFT director also mentioned about it. But the huge loss come to this ban. Mainly our fisheries are affected badly. We have a loss, in fact, we have a loss of 2,500 crores by export. But the price of the shrimps in the harbor slashed down. Our fishers, especially the trawl fishers, cannot supply the material to the exporters. Exporters also hesitated to purchase it. Livelihood of the fishers is affected badly. But NETFISH did an initiation with the CFT. We sent our officials from NETFISH and CFT to US. As per the NOVA guidance, CFT developed the TED and the works and the trials are being carried out in our waters. And we are waiting for the NOVA to come over here to approve it. Once it approved, the next task is coming. We have to implement it in all the trout years in India. We have almost 30,000 fishing vessels, especially in marine waters for trawling. That we need the help from the states. We have to do the big campaign, we have to implement it to escape from the ban. Similarly, we have the MMPA, Marine Protection Act of USA again. That also one strict measures as per the US law. US is saying, as per the US is saying, they have set high overall risk in the marine mammal bycatching in Indian industry, Indian fisheries. Again, NETFISH acted well. We, in association with the CFRA, CFT and FSA, we submitted the comparative findings report to them. We clarified the doubts and we are waiting for them to respond it. But also it says that once it is effective, we are now the cooling period, it will be effective right from the 1st January 2004. Once it is, we have to do the continuous survey in marine mammals. That already we started by making FSI as a nodal agency, thanks to Department of Fisheries. In association with CFRA and NETFISH NETFISH also is associating in the project. Effective enforcement of MFRA Act and wildlife protection has to be strictly enforced. Otherwise, we cannot escape. Again, we face a ban. That will also affect almost 3,500 to 5,000 crores of export. Again, it will affect our fisheries. Not only the trawl fisheries, but also our fishing vessels going for the normal fisheries. Another trade issue is the traceability. I was also saying in the morning about the traceability. EU, they came up with the EU cash certificate system right from 2010 onwards. It says that exporter has to submit that cash certificate along with each consignment if it is going to EU to certify that the catch is coming from Indian waters, not from IUU fishing. The law came forward to ward off the IUU fishing. Similarly, Simba from USA came, seafood import monitoring program. There also they need the certification for the exporters. Following these developed countries again, UK and Japan also came up with the cash certificate guidelines. MPEDA collect the data for the cash certificate validation through the harbor data collectors to MPEDA NETFISH. Similarly, we have another system like CMPR is collecting data. State Fisheries Department also is collecting the data. But here it look forward, we need a national data collection to ensure also the traceability system in the country. Other issue, see again, looking into the Marine Fisheries Regulation Act, I said we have the provision for the resource conservation, we have the provision for enforcement of fishing laws and ensuring the safety of the fishers. But when we look into that various states, we can see that it's not uniformly enforced in all the states. For example, look at that trout ban measures regulations and measures, square measures, size of net. We see mainly in some of the states is okay, Kerala and Tamil Nadu and some in Goa also we can see it. But in not all the states. When we talk about the responsible fishing, we can ensure the responsible fishing or sustainable fishing through the responsible fishing. When we see all the green tick mark in all the columns here, that means if we have the provisions in MFRA uniformly involved or enforced in all the states, we can say that we are going toward the sustainability through responsible fishing. Yes. Other issues to point out to need the missings is the juvenile fishing and strengthening of MFRS. And Madam said already, development of fishing harbors. Juvenile fishing has become an alarming issue, especially in that all maritime states in India, especially on the western coast, right from Bengal to Andhra, just into the east coast. We see the huge quantity of the juvenile subadults are coming and they are going towards as a raw material to the fish meat factories. As per the CMPR study shows, we have 500 crores in 2000 economic loss on account of this juvenile fishing. We have to strengthen our MFRI Act to ward off this deleterious or destructive fishing practice. Wanton destruction of the juvenile, I said, now the tendency has been seen that some fishers are going towards targeting bycatch. They are fishing trash fish, not the economically important fishes. See, this picture shows on the top. That day I took the photograph from one of the biggest harbors in Kerala. We have 200 tons of leather jacket, juveniles 20 to 25 grams in size. The leather jacket grows up to 3 kg, fetching almost 500 rupees per kg. You can imagine how much loss will be incurred by this one. Again, the trash fish landing, see the down photos. How do we arrest these activities? We can strengthen our MFRA. Strengthen with all possible measures like skirmish cordons, turtle exclusion devices in toll nets, implementation of message regulation as we did in Kerala, message MLS, again the Kerala, Goa and Karnataka is coming up, regulation of the boat length and engine power, registration of the fishing vessels, and controlling of unscientific fishing practices prevalent in some of the states. I tell you very clearly, the onset of the fish meat factories in India paved the way for the triggering of unscientific fishing practices like night fishing, night trawling, light fishing, bull trawling or pair trawling. Where do we go? I must say this is not the fishing. Juvenile fishing is not the fishing. It is the finishing. Development of fishing habits. We have to arrest the post-harvest loss to the mere minimum so as to ensure the availability of more fish towards domestic and export market. Yes, Madam Sir, very clearly, we have a perfect example in Kerala. It's an autonomous harbour management society at Manambur. I stress again the autonomous. Autonomous means Manambur Fishing Harbour collect the revenue and they use the revenue effectively for the development and operation of the fishing harbour. We need such a harbour across our east and west coast. We need to assess the facilities across the harbours. Let us have a grading system in the fishing harbour. Definitely DF or NFD we can think about it. We can have a DF can make a committee, assess the facilities in the fishing harbour and think about the infrastructure facilities for the better handling of fish and ice. Summing up the way forward, to improve that sustainability or achieving sustainability through the responsible fishing, let us work together, prevent juvenile fishing, strengthening of our existing MFRS, implementation of turtle exclusion devices in trout gates, and at last, upgradation of the fishing harbors and landing facilities. Thank you.